Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show, the Tailgate Show.
Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome back for another episode of The Tailgate Show. It's Double A, it's Air Jer, it's who? The Realist Bears Fan, 34, 85, 54, 50, 23, a.k.a. True Biscuits and Grazies.
True Brisk.
What's going on, boys?
It's nothing.
What's the
Not
deal?
a
What's the
fucking
haps?
thing.
No, but the rant.
And there's your bear stock for the week. Congratulations.
See you next time. Cheers. That's all the bear stock we had.
Jer, are you in full like Indiana summer mode? I noticed the cut.
Yes, it's time.
There, so
The farmer's tan's coming in nicely.
rocking
Sun's
that
out.
bad boy on the porch.
Sun's out, guns
I ain't
out.
been on the porch much. Don't
No?
work too damn much.
The fuck? Get on the
Yeah.
porch, son.
Get on that porch.
I'll get on it. Don't you
Sit out
worry.
there and drink some sweet tea.
Don't you worry.
Sweet tea.
John, drink some sweet tea. Well, anyway, in all seriousness, there was not jack shit that really happened during the week. I listened to a little of Hogan Johns, and they were trying real hard to get excited about Byron Pringle and Velus Jones and Daz Newsome and
It's an abyss.
Carving
man.
out a roll, man. He's carving out a roll. What was the over under on that? Was it 39 catches? I think.
Did we really set it that high?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! It should be like 13. like,
The most depressing part about that whole conversation on Hogan Johns is like, yeah, he's going to carve out a role, but we're still talking about him carving out a role behind guys like Byron Pringle and Inquininius St. Brown and
EQ.
Man.
they were talking on 670 about what do you think's the strongest position group on the Bears, and people kind of were like, well, probably running back, right?
Yeah.
So there was some, I don't know who it was PFF or Football Outsiders or something, was like ranking the position groups.
Oh boy.
And the Bears running back group is ranked like 17th or something like that. So our best position group against the league is ostensibly ranked.
Jesus.
Just brutal. And it's like, you think about it, it's like, okay, start listing off like backs you would trade David Montgomery for, and you're gonna get through like about 15 before you get to him.
12.
I
mean, I guess maybe 10, 12, somewhere in that range, I'd say.
Right.
Well,
Right.
where's the line? I guess is where we should probably play this game at. Where's the line for who wouldn't you trade him for?
I mean, I don't know. Like, would you
Christian McCaffrey? Would you take a dual injured Christian McCaffrey?
Honestly, wouldn't. Not unless I wouldn't want McCaffrey unless they had unless they were taking the salary, and even then,
contract value. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take him on.
If all things were equal.
Oh, I mean, one
he's
guy is more
healthy?
talented, but the other guy has probably the benefit of health at this point. So,
If you saying if he's healthy?
No, if
Or-
all things financially are equal.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't take a flyer on McCaffrey. Oops, am I frozen?
no, you're good.
No, you're good. Go.
Okay. I started pinwheeling on my screen there for a second. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take a flyer on McCaffrey. I think he's on the downslide. And he's just another, like casualty of the truism that's just you don't pay running back. So hopefully they're paying attention, to Ezekiel Elliott and fucking
Would you take Kamara? Would you take Alvin Kamara over Montgomery?
Of course, in a heartbeat.
Mm.
In a what?
Jared, what are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about? Kamara's Kamara's like a top 6 back, top 5 back.
Well,
Dalvin Cook, no brainer.
Absolutely.
Derrick Henry, of course.
Yep.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes.
Taking Zeke
I would
over?
take him
No,
over.
I wouldn't.
I would.
not.
Aaron Jones,
Yes.
Austin Eckler.
Yes.
Yes, but Eckler's kind of injury prone too.
True. Nick Chubb,
Yeah, I'd take Chubb.
Joe Mixon,
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Saquon Barkley.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
I would
Too
either.
many injuries. He's another McCaffrey.
I'd have to agree with that. Josh Jacobs.
Yes,
Mm.
I would.
No.
I don't think I would either.
Nope.
I think I'd keep Montgomery.
Jacobs got knee injuries too, does he not?
I just don't think he offers you a whole lot in the receiving end. Like
All right, well,
yeah.
it's a push, but it's not.
I'd
not
say
the-
a
Well,
push.
I think
Push is
that's the
fine.
line. I think Josh Jacobs is the line.
Daryl Henderson. I mean, I don't know if I'm
No.
He's not special.
Najee.
Najee's going big this year.
Yeah, what the hell? He's like 250, some shit.
Yeah.
He's gained a bunch of weight. By the
Well,
way,
look who their quarterback is.
we did find out that the Blasingame is like a monster. He's a tight end, apparently. He's like the size of a tight end. So look out.
With speed.
Look out. Look out for Kahari. Blasingame, game.
You know, Hogan Johns, they were like, there's going to be an opportunity for him. Like, remember that one time that JP Holtz caught that 26-yard pass?
That one pass.
The one
There's gonna be a moment. There's gonna be the Blasingame game. That
God,
Blossing
if we have a
game.
Blossing game, we're in trouble.
Like Blasingame will like almost lead a comeback.
Almost lead a comeback.
Yeah. It's like
Single-handedly.
the Kevin White game. Almost caught the Hail
gee.
Mary. I mean, whatever. It just is what it is. Like, I don't, David Montgomery is one of the best players on the team, and he's the 12th, 15th best at his position.
Yeah.
It just shows you the quality of the players, and it's just, I'm sorry, like, you could call me a bad fan or whatever, but it's hard to get excited about this fucking minor league squad.
The kid from Baylor I'm interested in.
Ebner?
Yeah, I think he might have a little something.
Sure.
He's small though.
But if he makes the roster, then who goes too? Like, I don't know that you're not going to carry 6 running backs. So
No. Most will probably carry 4, I would say. So
right,
they carried 3
4
last year.
fullback.
4.
I
That's
think.
with Boston game.
I think they're going to end up carrying 4 and a fullback because they want to keep Ebner.
They're going to be light on the wide receivers this year and tight ends most likely.
And I think that they
Ebner gives you special teams utility.
yes, he's a special teams player, and they like that. I know they like that Darrington Evans kid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I suppose that's going to be an interesting competition at camp.
I don't know if
I
I'd
don't
rank
know.
that group 17th best, but I think Hogan Johns really nailed it. It's like, you want your deepest positions to be, quarterback, corner, edge rusher, more
I think-
premium position than.
I think maybe the cornerback position is better than people are giving it credit for, possibly.
Why?
It could shake out that way.
I mean, it could shake out that way.
Spec though, Jer, not on performance, not on
That's true.
historical performance.
I still think
mean-
I know that he got dogged a little bit last year, but I think Vildor still got something.
Oh my god, no, he did.
I think
not,
at this point, sadly, I have more faith in Doo Shelley than I do Vildor.
Oh no,
dude. They put out. What was the guy, that bum from the Rams that was starting the first game of the year? Oh god, I can't think of his name.
that corner?
Yeah, the nickel corner that we got from the Rams that was starting in the first game of the year. I can't even fucking think of his name. So terrible.
okay.
Secondary was a joke last
The
year.
Rams?
Yes. He was terrible.
Here we go. We're doing a deep dive.
Yeah. Anyway, he was starting the first game of the season, and he's fucking.
I just think he could still be productive. I think maybe he didn't have a great year last year, no doubt. But he's in a different scheme. You're going cover 2, where he can play off man. He might be really good.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it is speculative.
Artie Burns?
No,
Artie Burns,
not Artie
Steelers.
Burns. He was a Steeler.
I don't know. We only had Jalen, Kendall Vildor, Artie Burns, Duke Shelley, Xavier Crawford.
Now you got to look at the first game of the year and who played.
That's what I'm looking at. The depth chart against the Rams.
No, the first Bears game of the year.
That was the first Bears.
That
game.
was
The first game was the Rams. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
My bad.
This is still stats and gravy. Okay.
I've blocked that shit out. Like really.
Oh, Justin running that touchdown in, you didn't.
Yes. I want to block it out. I want to block it out.
The rest of the game, yes, complete mental block.
I mean, like that was just the beginning of pain.
Marquis Christian?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That motherfucker started. He was his first, and they signed. Remember, they tried to sign Desmond
2
Trufant.
minutes to get to fucking Marquis Christian.
They signed Desmond Trufant. Like it was grim, brother. And they have restocked the shelves with rookies. And
don't forget Bears Twitter legend Thomas Graham coming off a hot 1.5 game performance.
I mean, you would think this guy had 3 runbacks for a touchdown. The way people are talking about how he's really come into his own and he's he's earned a spot. Like, get the fuck out of here. Whatchamacallit, Tavon's gonna lock down that nickel spot most likely. Exactly. They're gonna go with the veteran, that they trust. They're not gonna. I don't see how Graham.
Which would be a mistake, though. I mean, this team really should be playing the younger guys to see what you have.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because next year is the spend year.
Correct.
And there was a little bit of news that came out. I guess we're like 5th in post June 1st salary cap somehow. So we've got $22 million.
Oh.
Which they could spend now, really. I mean, I think if you designate somebody post June 1st, you can still
big trade on the horizon.
Hey, you know what?
What if
do you make a move if you're like, say you're like hovering around 500 and the division's still kind of in the balance?
No,
you don't.
For what here?
I mean, you got the 22 million.
Yeah, but like.
But are you trading draft capital or are you trading player for player?
How often does that really happen? That
it doesn't happen very often.
Right. Like
I don't think it's like the NBA where you're making a mid-season push like that. Well, I guess the Rams did mid-season for Von Miller, right?
Yep. I mean,
I don't think anyone's going to argue that this roster is anywhere close to what the Rams were. That point, it sort of makes sense. Right now, it just doesn't. I don't want to see any more trades involving future draft capital.
I totally agree with that.
No, yeah, we can't give up on. What are they going to get out of making the playoffs this season? Nothing.
No.
I mean, if you really want to try and spin it, I guess for the young guys on the team, winning does matter. Creating that winning philosophy, that winning culture, making sure that hits principle really takes effect and you see results.
Justin plays well and balls out with those receivers.
Yeah.
And you're in a middle kind of draft area where receivers seem to be landing. It's not the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah. There was a little bit of it. There was a little bit of a tizzy over Darnell Mooney playing around with some kids. Like, people are getting a little
It's a
frothy.
pure reach.
Oh, it's a reach until he tears his Achilles at camp, and then we have Byron Pringle, wide receiver, one season.
Then Daz will really carve out his role.
Carve out a biscuit.
That's it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but you're right. It is risky. It looked worse than it was. He just like jumped up and caught the ball, and there was all these people around him.
Well,
He
it's
could have
not
come
like
down.
he's riding an all-terrain vehicle or anything. There,
No, I mean, and he's not like he's doing donuts with his 3-year-old in the back seat, like with no seatbelt,
Easy killer.
like Pringle. He's like, oh shit, Pringle can do this. I can do whatever the fuck I want. They're like, cool. Hey, Pringle, come to the Bears Care Ball Gala, whatever. Like,
If Mooney went down, how bad would this offense be? Because I think it's already going to be bad. But you take away Justin's favorite target from last year, and oh boy,
yeah, it would be really rough. Like, they don't have anybody to replace Mooney. Like, I don't think you know.
Then are you damned to go out into free agency and try to make a deal for somebody like
No,
Odell?
you just tank. No.
yeah,
It's
but
just
I don't think Odell's coming off
He's
of
not.
ACL.
He's
He went to
not.
Cleveland.
Yeah, but Cleveland
He
was
was
sort of a
traded there.
merge, and he was sort of a merge. Like Cleveland was like a merging team at that point in time. Too.
But wasn't he traded there by the
Yeah.
Giants?
He was traded there. Yeah,
Right. So it's not like he chose, and he completely fought his way out so he could be a free agent and cost himself money. Like, he ain't coming to another Cleveland situation.
yeah, I'd
Like,
have to
that's
agree
not
with that.
happening. Like, and who knows when he's even gonna come back? He'll probably be like, back
November.
if that sixth game of the year.
Yeah.
Like, come on, I don't.
Julio would be nice, but again, at this point in his career, he probably wants to chase a ring.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind the guy from the Colts with the I can't think of his name. The older guy.
Ty.
Yeah, Ty. Because
I feel like you got.
Go ahead.
Don't you feel like you have to pair speed with Justin Fields? Like let him
mean,
throw it and.
Well, they
Like that.
drafted Velus. They
Yeah,
believe
Velus,
that
Pringle's pretty fast.
they believe that
Mooney's pretty
Velus
fast.
and then they believe that Equinemius is tall enough to be like a big outside target as well.
Can you imagine? Like, I mean, I don't know. You're getting a shell of like Julio. If you go after Julio, he's just a shell of himself. I don't know.
I don't want Julio.
I'm just.
I
don't
think
know.
I mean,
he's
out of
smart.
all the guys out there, I do think he is a little bit over the hill, but I think he's still at least a guy. The health is the biggest thing, but he can still go up and get the football.
Does he
He can
want
be that
to
team.
though?
Not for the Bears, no. He wants a chance to win at this point in his
Yeah,
So
career.
he'd probably go to
He has
Indianapolis.
chances left.
wouldn't he?
I end up on the
That would
Colts
be a
this year.
good fit. That would
Yeah.
definitely be a good fit.
But I could see a Golden Tate or a T.Y. Hilton.
Golden
Just-
Tate.
Yeah, I hope he could get
He'll
traded.
get traded. Yeah.
Mhm.
Inside.
I
joke
like
there.
Golden Tate. he burns the Bears. The bear.
Like 8 years ago.
Bear
Yeah,
on
I think
Bears.
he's just about
He
done.
burned them in the Eagles playoff game. That was Golden Tate that caught the game-winning touchdown. And
Oh, at 18, was it?
fucking
Yeah. that's
Cherokee
the one that made us-
Menace. Yeah. He fucking
The pain.
smoked him off the
horrible
line.
God, I don't remember him playing for the Eagles.
Oh, they traded for him like they got him like 2 weeks prior to that, didn't they? He wasn't on the team very long.
Oh shit!
That was
yeah,
where the joke came from.
8
Because
games.
we would
8
always
games. That's right.
we would always say, "Oh, Golden Tate got traded." Like,
'Cause I was at the
I
Detroit
totally
game
forgot
when he
about
did
that.
get traded, and Detroit about fell out.
yeah, yeah, the pathetic. So that's another thing that's been bandied about. Is a lot of people are pretty convinced that the Lions are going to be better than the Bears this year. What do you think about that? You think that's possible? You think it's
Yeah.
likely?
I
possible.
think it's possible. You got a lot of good young talent.
It's
They
going to be a
built it
close
right,
battle
too.
back and forth.
We're all old enough to remember that period of time where the Bears were better than the Lions, which was like most of the 90s. I mean, the Lions were better than the Bears, excuse me. Like,
Yeah.
which was like a good portion of the 90s.
The early
You know.
Matt Stafford years, the running joke is we couldn't beat Matt Stafford.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, most of the Wayne Fonts years, the
Joey
Bears.
Harrington years were kind.
Yes.
Get that
But-
guy a piano.
Most of the, Calvin Johnson years, the Lions were a pretty formidable opponent for the Bears.
I think John Kitna beat us a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
It's rough. It's rough.
I'm sure he did.
Like, what an era. Good Lord. So, yeah, I think that's a real possibility, I mean, the Lions have stacked up some talent, and Jared Goff's not a terrible quarterback. He's okay.
That team
If
was
they-
in a ton of games last year. I mean, they fought.
They should have
hard.
beat us twice.
Yeah.
If they actually, if Goff has somebody to throw to, I mean, he had nobody last year.
Oh, St. Brown as a rookie, the better of the St. Browns really broke out.
Yes, but
And they signed whatchamacallit from Jacksonville as like a reclamation type
Chark.
project. Yeah, DJ Chark.
Jay Chark. I mean,
we all wanted him.
And they drafted Jamison Williams from
Yep.
Alabama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
buddy.
It's like they're
They got
wide
talent.
receiver. They have a real tight end.
Hawkinson, yeah. Swift is
Yeah.
a good running back out of the backfield.
Yep.
God,
If he hadn't dropped the
sad.
ball,
This is.
if he hadn't dropped the ball,
Yeah, it would have beat us. Yeah.
yes.
So it's 2022, and the Detroit Lions have better. What the hell,
I
Pony?
don't know. Jared's playing some Pantera or something.
2022, and the Detroit Lions have superior weapons than us.
Right, and they got a lot of players on
It's a hard
defense.
life.
And
Yeah.
I
I
think
think they
an
got.
offensive line to start.
Yeah, they have an
They got
offensive
their
line.
tackle
Crazy,
in the draft
right?
last year.
And
Yeah,
even though they're
true.
paying Jared Goff like $37 million or something this season, like somebody made a point on the radio, was like, well, what else are they going to spend that money on? Like,
Might as
You
well.
know.
True.
so like, what, fuck. I mean, I don't want Jared Goff for that kind of money, but
No, thank you.
I mean, he still had 3,200 yards and a 2-to-1 touchdown interception.
yeah, we
ratio
would
last
kill for
year.
those stats.
Yeah.
Like if Justin puts up those stats, we'd be like, "Oh, we're so hyped!" Like he's arrived. Our savior is here. If he goes 3,500 yards and like 28 touchdowns and 14 picks, we'll be like,
Yeah.
we'll be so sprung, bro. If he basically puts up Mitch's 2018 year.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, that's pretty damn close to me.
Yeah, it's like Mitch's 2018 year with the rushing yards and everything will be so sprung. We'll be ready to go to war again. We'll be like, we're coming for you, Rodgers.
Oh my god.
This is like
He
this is
showed
like a
up.
vicious cycle. Like
Yep.
every couple of years. It's
Yep.
just
But what's amazing is that like Justin is actually somebody we should be excited about, and we've gotten excited about so many bums, and now I
Yeah.
should be actually excited about this guy, but fucking Matt Nagy ruined him, and
Yeah.
and
You had to
our
go talk about it, didn't he?
fucking killed our fucking excitement,
I'm excited for Justin. I'm just not excited for what's around him.
Well, if Justin is
Yeah.
who we think he is, he should make those guys better.
But that's asking a lot
Is-
for a guy in his second year who pretty much had a throwaway season
Really?
last year.
What
Yeah.
about everything with the Chargers? I mean,
Justin
about-
Herbert.
yeah. What about Justin Herbert? What
He had
about
Keenan Allen. He had Mike Williams. He had Austin Eckler. He had
was Mike Williams? Anything prior to him being there, or Austin Eckler?
Mike Williams is a
Austin
better
Eckler
receiver.
was not.
Whoa, I think you're crazy.
Think?
Keenan Allen is
Keenan
like
Allen,
what, a
yes, I'll
top
give you
8
Keenan Allen.
receiver.
I'll give you Keenan Allen, but
All right, let's see
What about-
Mike Williams.
what about Joe Burrow? Second year.
Wasn't last
what
year
did they
his
do?
second year? Went to the Super
last year
Bowl.
was his second year.
Yeah, Jamar
Yeah.
Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. Like,
Yeah.
come on, Pony.
I know I'm throwing these names out there because I want you to see that sometimes the quarterback does matter, but
But-
the talent around him does matter too.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, get out of here, Pony. Like,
Here's a good question: who had better weapons, Mitch in 2017 or
Justin. Justin.
But by how much?
Not
'Cause
by
I mean-
Mooney, only because of Mooney.
Mooney. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
I mean, what was
That's it.
what was the leading receiver on that team? Kendall Wright, I believe.
Yeah, Kendall Wright.
Right.
Well, that was also the Dontrell Inman year.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
that
the year we signed Marcus Wheaton from the Steelers, and everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's a sleeper."
Oh my
Wait, it's
God.
close.
It's dark. It's so dark. I can't
Eddie
find-
Royal was on that 17
Oh
team.
my
Yeah.
God. It just makes you want to like.
He got hurt, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he did. He went to my rival high school. He's from my area.
Really?
Yeah, his dad used to come into the sports bar all the time that I used to work at. He was a super nice guy.
Eddie Royal. He never did it for us.
No, he sure didn't.
I wanted him to. I was hopeful. I believed.
Well, I like the guy that we had at one point. Wasn't he from Washington State, the receiver? I can't think of. He had one the big game against Kansas City, and that was it.
Yeah. Shit. I know.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I think I'm wrong. Not Marquise Wilson.
Yeah,
Marquise Wilson. Okay, yeah.
I think he's from Washington State.
He was
What
like
are we-
I believe so. He was like a 7th round pick, and he had like some. I think what was like some sort of like arrest in college or something, which is why he dropped. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, he's working on something over there.
I was trying to find that stupid Matt Nagy clip again, but I can't find it now. I lost it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nagy
he's
said words.
Nothing
Yeah.
but A plus production value on this show.
he's
ladies
just
and
talking.
gentlemen.
Yeah, fuck, you know. Oh, anyways, fucking Matt Nagy talked as a chief and was like, "Oh, I'm, excited to be back and don't have to worry about so much." And
Oh, this was a recent clip.
I'm humbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a quarterbacks coach of the Chiefs.
What is he teaching Patrick Mahomes at this point in time?
Nothing, bro. Jack, nothing. Like he's just
Oh, here
there.
it is. I got it.
He's just
On it.
earning. Yeah, he's just fucking stealing money from the Caskies right now.
Here you go. Now you got to
What?
deal with the commercial too. It's like a 1 minute clip.
Buy some cheese. Dun, dun, dun.
He's back in the kingdom, and he's seen a lot of things different change from his time he was head coach in Chicago.
And now to come back, 4 or 5 years later and see in that room how
Trigger
much Patrick
warning.
has grown, it's amazing. It gives me chills to talk about it because I also know his ceiling is even higher.
He learned a lot from his Chicago experience.
You have highs and lows and you learn, and you have so many different hats that you put on. And a lot of my failures that I've had,
He never
I've
wore a
tried
hat.
to
He wore a
use to
visor.
the best of my ability to make me better.
What hasn't changed, the relationship he built and still has with Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy.
There's no
Oh,
friction,
my God.
jealousy, any of that going on. That's
Yeah.
I didn't think it would. And
Oh,
it has
yeah.
been great happening back here. Obviously, he's been a great year. With him having the experience here, obviously a lot of things that we've done is familiar with it. So it's been fun.
Nagy says he's seen a lot different from year 1 of Patrick Mahomes to now year 5 of Patrick Mahomes, but the offense around
There you
him
go.
a little different. We'll hear more from Eric Bieniemy and wide
Can
receivers
you
coach
imagine-
Joe Blameyer.
Can you imagine being Patrick
That's
Mahomes?
courtesy of,
and having-
that's courtesy of Fox 4 in Kansas City. Thank you, Fox 4.
Look at that. We're official. We're crediting the actual.
We're
source.
crediting the
Hells
source.
yeah.
Go ahead,
Whoa,
Andy.
we official.
We ain't paying royalties, son.
Can you imagine being Mahomes? Mahomes at the point, Super Bowl champion. Like, did he win the league MVP also? Like,
Yeah, the year
Like-
he left.
Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, and so Matt Nagy comes back to town, and what the fuck is Matt Nagy gonna tell Patrick Mahomes? Like-
Nothing.
Bro, I just watched you destroy Trubisky and destroy Fields.
The entire city of Chicago.
Stay the fuck away from me. If I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm like, bro, stay over there with the fucking clipboard. I got this.
Yo.
Like, what the fuck is he possibly gonna say to him? Oh, what a great relationship. Okay.
Hearing him
Fucking-
talk again just like gave me PTSD.
Trigger warnings.
Like Jesus.
He's such
Somebody jumped into the chat and
He-
was like, nope, we out.
You know what though? He is a true realtor because he says a whole lot without saying fucking anything.
Flowery language. It's like fucking a paragraph to describe a wall. You know, like, it's like let me write this listing with as many like keywords as put in here.
No
to like
sociopath.
maximize the keyword searches. It's like suddenly the finished basement has fantastic natural light and fucking
you search my listings and like you can find like 8 sentences that are exactly identical in every single one. Lots of natural light flooding the floor plan.
Yes, the modern open floor plan.
Flooding being the key word.
Yes. Don't need insurance for this flooding.
BK in the chat already giving me shit about production value. Son, you're late. And how about that L that your cubbies took?
Oh, I didn't even see the chat. Who's in the chat? Is it Coop?
BK.
Man, I haven't talked to BK in months because I quit Twitter temporarily, and it's been fantastic.
We all kind of took a sabbatical.
It's been beautiful. I think we all just had to follow AA's lead and just.
I jumped into Troll Cubs fans this week.
Yeah, I got a notification from the show page. It was like, who do you think is going to have the highest Madden rating? And I was like, close.
You're welcome. They got a lot of run.
Oh, my God. I'm guessing the most popular answer there was Roquan.
Roquan was the most popular answer. Robert Quinn got some love.
Oh, nothing from our deep group of running backs made that Madden rating cut?
No.
Oh, dog, they sleeping on Khalil Herbert. Come on.
BK says, you guys smarter than me. I don't know about that.
I don't think we are.
I don't think so. I know I'm not.
I mean, we're here doing a Bears podcast. How fucking smart is that?
And there you have it.
I mean, you might be listening to a Bears podcast, but we're doing one. We're podcasting about this.
We're doing this on purpose.
Like, there's dudes on the USFL right now that are looking pretty good.
Oh, Case Cookus, come on down. Future Chicago quarterback. You seen that guy?
I can't say that I have.
Oh, dude,
I watched some that's a great name. It's a great name.
It's awesome.
Case Cookus.
He's cooking. Case
coming soon. Let Case Cookus cook.
It's perfect.
Let Cookus cook. Cook.
I've watched a few of those games. I can't.
It looks like football, but it's not good football.
Yeah, it looks like football.
They're hitting people,
Well, yeah, and there's like 4 people in the stands, and
it's like the AFL, the XFL.
The only good thing is they do not
throw
the flags. They kind of let the guys play, which is nice.
Right.
The St. Louis team had a good following till XFL fucked that up. They were like half filling the TWA dome.
It's probably because they were so pissed after the Rams left.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure they stuck it to Kroenke as much as they could.
They're hungry for football there.
I wish they'd come back because, man, that's a close home game for me. Or a road game.
Yeah, so
I don't think they're going to come back, Jerry. I feel like that's pretty unlikely.
No, I mean, any team goes back to St. Louis.
Right. Yeah, they'll get a team in St. Louis again, and then there'll be 21 regular season games on the schedule, and then, but they'll still leave the rosters at 53 for some reason. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Like, how did you add a game, but then you didn't expand the rosters? Oh, we give you more practice squad. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Like, the NFL is so fucked like that.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's just, come on.
It's
BK Biscuits. What's that handle? Your burner. Admit that you've been on Twitter this whole time. Hey, listen here, BK. AA gave me the honor of presenting me with this newest handle as the realest Bears fan. 34, 85, 54, 50, 23.
Oh,
No,
what a ring of honor, my
Wow.
friend. What a true ring of honor it was for me to bestow upon yous there with the honorable numbers of some of the greatest men that have ever graced the planet Earth, my friend. You, like me, know that behind the play of Jack Bartholomew
I
Sanborn,
knew it was coming.
Yes, here we go.
the Bears will be going and winning at least 10 games. That is the floor, my friends.
When they asked on Hogan Johns like who was like the most likely undrafted free agent to make the team, and they said Jack Sanborn, I almost drove off the road.
I mean, it's fucking true. He's going to make the team. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
And then the PR machine is hard showing our boy Dougie Kramer in his shit from when he's 8, like in a 3-point stance, like it was meant to be. Dougie Kramer
was born.
Dougie Kramer has been
Doctor
watching the
by day.
Bears. Yes.
Football player by night.
He knew at age 8, watching Jay Cutler play. Imagine growing up a Bears fan and like your quarterbacks of record are like Cutler and Mitch. Like,
No, that's better than what I grew up with.
That's true.
And probably better
Jim
than
Miller, Danny Warfel, anyone?
Yeah, Jim Miller, Danny
That's right.
Warfel, Cade McNow, Moses
Hey,
Shane
Moreno,
Matthews.
Henry Burris,
Hey,
Chris
do not-
Chandler.
you just want to gloss over Eric Kramer, my friend?
Yes, sir.
God, best Bears season and
The greatest single season by any Bears quarterback since
Sid
Ever.
Luckman.
Sid Luckman's.
God. Jesus.
Like the Bears' best quarterback was like the first quarterback ever.
They're like, hey, wait a minute.
Sid
That's
Luckman
because
was
nobody knew what the fuck was
Yes,
going on.
Sid Luckman was literally the first modern quarterback. Somebody will probably say I'm wrong, but like I'm not 100% wrong. Like he's pretty fucking close to like the first modern quarterback, and that is still our best quarterback in team history after 100+ years.
It's tough, man.
Oh,
It's tough.
God. That's so bad.
The best, like Harlan Hill is still a name that we know. The position of wide receiver did not exist when Harlan Hill played, and yet he is like 10th all time in like.
That's brutal, man. That's fucking brutal.
It may even be higher than that, but he like there was no such thing as a wide receiver or a receiver of any type. He was just an end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
End.
He was beginning and end.
Bro.
Oh,
Like,
my
how many
God.
times do you think he was uncovered when he caught the ball? I would venture to say probably 50% of the time. It's like defenses back then, like all they did was just rush the passer until another guy that basically invented the position, Dick Butkus, is like, wait, what if I stand back here for a little bit before I charge into the middle of the pile like a dumbass? What if I run around and wait? And then when the guy catches the ball, then I hit him. Football is forever changed. like those old football games, it's like a huge scrum, and then one fast guy like Gale Sayers just comes out of the pack.
It's because most of them were working like full time at a potato factory.
Yeah. Seriously, they're like plumbers. And then it's like Red Grange.
Yep.
Like people give Jordan shit for not playing against great competition. Let me tell you who Sid Luckman played against. Oh wait, I can't. It's like dudes from the Civil War documentary. Like,
Oh, God.
There were
I
some
mean, he
good
played,
Giants
he
teams
played
then.
against George Blanda, the Redskins. That's
kicker?
only name no, he was he was a kicker, punter, quarterback.
right.
He had to do it all back then.
It's like Sid Luckman facing off against quarterback Tecumseh Forrest from the Confederate Army.
Wow.
Like,
Oh
We
my
went full
god.
Tecumseh
Confederate
Forrest
Army.
has all wooden teeth. Like,
He's sitting on the bench writing like some like Skrill cursive letter to his wife.
dear mother, war has taken its toll. And it's like Ken Burns.
Here comes the next Twitter burner account.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Remember that fucking shit? That the Andrew Luck one was the only good one.
Yeah,
there was.
then it just got tired and played
The
out.
Ryan Fitzpatrick one was kind of funny.
Mitch
By
was
the time that
terrible.
Mitch one was so cringe. Oh my god, it was the cringiest shit ever. Like, and I like originally I remember going on there and just being like, dude, these aren't funny. What are you doing? Like the drunk Mitch was like 20 times funnier. Like the whole drunk craze.
that
like
wasn't that
really-
wasn't funny either though.
No, it wasn't.
Every day
wasn't.
it was like drunk Khalil Mack followed you. I'm like,
Easy.
why?
The worst.
Why?
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's like, look,
Like,
oh, drunk.
I mean, I've said it before. I'm probably belaboring the point, but I'm so fucking happy to be off Twitter.
Imagine and remember how many hours you spent.
So many hours. I just like it's so much.
I don't know
regret.
how you did it, man. I really
I don't know. I was like an addict. I was literally like a scrolling fucking addict.
Hey, man, you got any more of those hot takes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You going after those people was like it really entertained me. Like I'd open up my app during work and I'd look and like AA.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was good at it. I got a fucking lot of shit. You know, I got a lot of shit. Popping doesn't mean anything. Doesn't get us any listeners. Doesn't fucking get us anything other than like.
Oh no, it
kudos.
was just my pure enjoyment
Yeah.
of
Oh, yeah.
yelling at people.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I went in.
Thanks.
Shout out to
That's what
shout out to,
attracted me to the show initially. I was like, who is
shout out
this
to
show?
shout out to our boy Brian Quinn, who's on hiatus right now.
Rumspringa. He's having his
yep.
Rumspringa.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but
It's Shabbos,
Thomas.
or Shamus, or whatever they call it.
he don't roll on Shabbos.
Yeah, he doesn't roll on Shabbos. Man.
Brian, that's a reference to a movie. It's called The Big Lebowski.
And it did not come out in the 80s. It came out in the 90s.
Yes, it came out.
didn't
Yeah,
it?
so it's still
the tech's
old.
the tech's a little bit more updated.
Yeah, tech.
What did he
What
say?
have you guys
He
been
was like,
doing the past time?
I watched Ferris Bueller today, but I wish I would have watched it in the 80s. Like,
It's not his fault. His parents like didn't let him watch anything.
oh, yeah, deprived of Christmases and
Yeah, what the fuck? Shout out to him. I doubt he'll listen, and that's fine. But shout out to him. I hope he doesn't.
What have you guys been doing the past time?
Just poring over Velus Jones film.
Wow.
You know,
minute
just
and a half,
really breaking it down. It's going back. Just really, you know, I just want to see all the exciting ways that Luke Getzey is gonna get him going.
I just don't know, man.
don't know what. Apparently, he's been catching a lot of balls. Paws.
Whoa, yeah, Pringle, buddy. Pringle's active. Watch it.
Well, you know, he can cut on a dime. Can't really
Pringle.
stop on a dime every time.
Once you pop.
The fun don't stop.
Pringle. I can't wait till the backstory on these guys starts to come out, like this, you know, the PR videos.
Where's the PR for the Byron Pringle donuts? With
Oh, wasn't he at the Bears Gala?
That's what
Wasn't
he
he
said,
one of the
like,
ones in those
fucking, you
photos?
know, you're that's why Mooney doesn't give a fuck, because he's like, oh, I can go play with these kids. Like Pringle's fucking throwing donuts with his 3-year-old in the back seat with no, and then he comes to the Bears Care Gala. Like, come on. That may or may not be true. But I think he was there.
PK in the chat. This is so accurate. If B Diddy is listening, he's angry already that you're off track from the show scripts.
Oh, that's true.
God.
That's true. Stay on target. Stay on target, which I never do.
Oh, so okay, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask Diddy in the chat, but as of right now, with absolutely no information available, who is going to be the starter at right guard? I just want to see if any one of us gets it. BK, feel free to enter in on the chat. Who starts at right guard to enter the year? To start the year.
It's a tough one.
The fucking guy, Dakota Dozier.
Good lord. We are in trouble if Dakota Dozier is starting. All right, I'm locking AA in on Dakota Dozier.
It's gonna be left tackle Borum, right? Don't you think?
Yeah,
Then left guard Cody,
Cody.
and Lucas Patrick,
Correct.
and Dakota Dozier, and Tevin Jenkins. There you go. And then Mustafa is like your backup center. And
What about Dougie Kramer? He's a backup center.
All right, well, Mustafa's your swing, whatever.
Swing center?
Guard / center. Your boy Dougie Kramer's the backup center. Then you got what the fuck? I don't even know after that. Pig Simmons. Somebody was talking about this is off that position now, but somebody was talking about Jeremy Atachu.
Oh yeah, I was on
just
Hogan Johns. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I forgot that guy was even on the
Dude,
roster.
that's what Fishbane said. He's like, he's that guy you show up to training camp and you're like, oh yeah, he's on the team.
Yeah. Did he even play? He got hurt. He missed the whole season, I feel like.
He got hurt. And they were talking like, he's probably like the fourth guy in the roster. So would you rather give those 10 to 12 snaps to that kid that we drafted who's super raw, or are you giving those 10 to 12 snaps?
He's gonna get cut. Like I think he would save them another couple million. Not that it really matters, but that guy's gonna get cut. Like another.
So you're going with. It's interesting.
Dieter Exler. I don't know who's your backup tackle?
Would you make him? Would you put Patrick at guard and let Mustafa play the center until
it's already not happening? Why are you even conjecturing that? They're so hard over Patrick being the center. They're sprung. Like he's the leader. He's. I mean, that's like so. That ship is so sailed.
I mean, it's risky putting a rookie at center, but I almost feel like they would be better off sliding Dougie Kramers into center and putting Lucas Patrick at guard, or sliding Cody back over to center.
Well, so what do you have to think? Like, they obviously their ideal offseason was not what's come about. Their ideal offseason was that they were going to sign the dude from the Bengals, Ugabunier or Ugjablonier. I don't know what the fucking guy's name is. Ogunjobi, that guy.
Ogunjobi.
Yeah.
They were going to sign him, right? Then they wanted the center from the Rams, right? According to sources.
Yeah.
They didn't pay him enough. Then they wanted the fucking guard, the fucking backup guard from the Bills. Yeah. And they lost. The Bills matched.
Jones making a push for that.
So this is what I'm saying is that we're already in plan B. This is not plan A. This is plan B. So I don't.
And your backup tackles are going to be Simmons and Braxton Jones.
God bless America. We are fucked.
I think Zach Thomas as a rookie locks down that right guard spot. That's my best guess.
I can't believe you just came on this show and shat upon Dakota Dozier's name like that.
Dude, I don't think
he kind of shat on his own name.
He's trash. He's just trash. But he just has to beat out Mustafa and like some 6th rounder. Like it could be Dakota Dozier's time.
You know what? Sadly, with the state of affairs, it really could be.
The
That's
bulldozer.
the bad part.
Moving men, opening holes. The bulldozer.
Well, Poe's played offensive line, so he knows what he's looking for when he scouts.
Yeah, that's right.
I do like
That's
Zachary
right.
Thomas. He is good. I watched what I saw on his tape. He is good. He's quick.
I mean, that's he's got a real opportunity to get some playing time out of the gate. BK's answer in the chat. Someone not on the team currently is his weak sauce answer, and they talked about that on Hogan Johns. You know, if there would be the possibility that the right guard is not currently on the team.
You really think they're still going to be signing guys? I don't think so.
You got $22 million, and you've got a problem. You might have.
No, they're gonna save
depends
that.
on what you see, right? Depends what you see in training camp. Depends on the mutant suit has made.
Politeness, chivalry is not dead, boys.
Safety.
You know what they're gonna do with that $22 million? Like Ted's gonna just throw $100 bills into the fireplace. Like, he's gonna light a cigar with the $100 bill. So like, we could have signed some other guys, but fuck it.
Isn't that Arlington fund money?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait,
they don't need that. They don't even need that. Kidding me?
I think they do need it. Who the hell's you know what? Don't get me started on that shit again.
They don't even have.
I don't got the stamina for it. I don't even. You know what? I give up. I don't even care if they
you own an NFL
have defeated me.
So they own an NFL franchise, but they're financing the down payment on this land.
That's what I'm saying. That where are they going to get the money to build that stadium?
Even
if the NFL, dude, I'm telling you, I don't see it.
It's a long shot.
Now you're finally coming around.
Yep. Justin will be gone by the time it opens up, anyways.
The house.
There's your ticket seller. I mean,
Jerry, you got an answer?
You live in the city. I can see your scenario. I could also see you're talking week 1 though.
Yeah, week 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is Sam Mustipher, and we'll all be pissed off.
Ugh,
Sam Mustipher. Actually, I think that's actually really not a bad answer. Surprisingly,
another Bears Care Gala attendee.
Was Mustipher there?
They trotted him out.
The Instagram comments were so thirsty. They were like, "Justin's smile is so contagious."
Oh my god. What?
That's what a couple people were saying. That's like,
why? Who are these people?
Well, here's a couple of guys. I'm looking at the free agency list right now.
Oh, Lord.
There's Tardif from the
Roger
Jets.
Saffold still out there?
No, he's gone.
Saffold, okay.
It sounds like a made-up name.
Roger Saffold?
It sounds like somebody that would have to call James Bond and be like, "Hello, this is Roger Saffold. I'm looking for James Bond." Ah, yes, Mr. Saffold. Yes, how can I help you? Yes, this is Roger Saffold. I have a few things to say to you, Mr. Bond.
The biggest name with actual production is probably Greg Van Roten.
Greg Van Roten, yeah.
He's like 32. He played 64.3% of snaps.
I heard Greg Van Routen can throw a card right through a brick.
Good.
Like a playing card.
Michael Schofield's he's 32 and he's got 75% snaps.
For who?
He's on the Chargers last year.
All right. Let's do some more Charger.
Yeah, I mean that's
Jesus.
That's the right guard. Let's go to the left guard.
It's June. We're talking about Michael Schofield, Norm Van Brocklin, or whoever.
This is Norm Van Routen. This is Norm Van Routen.
Eric Flowers is still available.
Oh God, from Washington
with his Achilles. Didn't he like tear his Achilles?
He's 28.
Yeah, I think he did get hurt. I think that's accurate.
Where was Flowers?
You know, shockingly, Washington. He actually played some pretty good football at guard for Washington after he left the Giants.
Yeah.
But I think A's right. I think he did tear something.
Or am I also thinking of the Chiefs guy that was the Achilles Schwartzman? I don't know.
Mitchell Schwartz, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the Colts guy. Tackle.
Oh, you could go.
Tore
You could go
something.
there. Richie Incognito at 39. No thanks.
Shit. Can you imagine the Bears signing Incognito?
We signed Dakota Dozier, dude. I can see.
I know, but Incognito's got like off.
Yeah, Dakota Dozier doesn't come with a dose of racism and severe bullying.
Yeah, Incognito's like
that's just the type of things Chicago needs.
Oh, it's just locker room talk. Sorry.
Yeah. They already gave the fucking meathead Sanborn. That's the only bone they get. Here you go, boys. Chew on that. Chew on a little Jack Sanborn.
Quentin Spain from the Bengals is still available.
Who?
He was their guard.
It's not good enough to be on the Bengals because their offensive line was horrific.
I'm just looking here at.
Right. I'm just telling you, I don't want any Bengals trash. Like, sign me up for fucking.
So there you go. It's either you're gonna either develop somebody that you drafted, or you're gonna sign somebody that you don't like.
It's gonna be Zach Thomas or fucking Dakota Dozier.
I don't know. Sam Mustipher, I think, does have a legit shot. I don't think Jared's off base with that choice.
That's super rough.
It's rough, but I think I'd rather take Mustipher over Dakota Dozier.
Yeah, you're probably right. Dakota Dozier was bad.
Hey, Bobby Massey's available.
It's gonna be funny though when you're right and it is Dakota Dozier.
Bobby Massey, I'm good.
Can Massey play guard, or are we kicking Jenkins back in?
I remember getting his wife all mad at me on Twitter.
Bobby Massey's wife?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I said something about how he's not a starter. Like, he's just not a starter anymore. I commented that on I don't know, underneath the Schefter thing or something. And she was like, she had some salty, like, we'll see.
Then he got his
that.
big deal at Denver, and then he immediately got put on the bench.
Yeah.
Denver, where former Bears.
I mean, good for him. The guy earned fucking lots of money playing football. I don't know why, I mean, whatever. Twitter's so dumb. It's just dumb. Bobby Massey.
But hey, Larry Borum's mom, we were first on everybody.
We love Larry Borum. Mrs. Borum, we love you.
Oh, shit.
Like my tweet. Quote, tweet my tweet.
I lost 8,000 followers.
Gotta have them back, man. How did you lose 8,000 when you only had 3,000?
The number kept changing.
Those Twitter follower numbers are a lot like fucking Football Reference.
What's funny is like I haven't tweeted in like 2 months, and I've got like 300 new followers by not doing anything.
That's awesome. That says something about the quality of your tweets.
Yeah, I think they're telling me like, hey, keep not tweeting.
Yeah, say less.
Don't tweet your garbage.
Your followers would like to thank you for saying nothing. And not even retweeting.
Oh my god. Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
Like every fucking Bears tweet was like the same. It's like retweet, quote tweet, react. I'm an expert. Oh god.
No, but you talk about that offensive line depth. I think you're going to have to address it. You drafted, obviously. I still think there's room for a veteran offensive lineman on this team somewhere. If it's a tackle, if it's a guard.
I mean, I don't disagree with Jer on that one. I do think
you should want to protect fucking Justin. You would think that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have much faith in this.
If let's say Borum and Jenkins are good, great. That's awesome. If they get hurt, we're fucked. Like we're either fucked because they suck and they're just not ready yet, or they're never going to be ready, or you have no depth. And I know it's not like all kinds of teams have these great second string tackles, but you see the good teams lose starting offensive linemen and just keep on rolling.
Green Bay looking at you.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we made a play for their lineman.
Ryan Bates, yeah.
Yes. And we'll see if this new coaching can actually work. Like
that's what's scary. It's like not only is there a talent deficiency, but you also have a first-time head coach and a first-time play caller.
Yep. It's not the most.
That's a lot of things that have to go right.
No, dude. I mean, you're just really shitting on the magic that's gonna be Jaquan Brisker and fucking Kyle, whatever. What was his name?
Sleep well at night, knowing that Daddy Poles has given us a secondary
and has made a second appearance.
That can never not be referenced, as far as I'm concerned. You could drop that reference every show, and I'll accept it. I'll laugh every time.
And the funniest part is what you said. It was like, yeah, she fired that thing off at 7:30 in the morning. She had saved that thing in her tracks.
It's a gem. I'm getting prime time views.
Pouring a cup of coffee. Like, yeah. And the comments were even worse than the
totally. All these haters just don't even know. These haters, the media, the damn Chicago media, they're just haters.
Oh my
God. Imagine believing that the media wants the Bears to be bad in order to help their business.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? People actually believe that shit. Like, people really think that in the interest of the Bears media for them to suck.
That is the exact opposite of what they want.
Exactly. Like, when they win, everybody eats. Like, are you kidding me?
Like right now, it's like we can't even say. I mean, as fans, we are stuck in this limbo because it's like, fuck. There's no news coming out, and there's nothing really positive to grasp onto. We're left holding this empty bag that's flaming full of shit.
Yeah.
It's an empty bag, but it's flaming full of shit.
It's both. Both full of, both empty and also full of shit. Two things can be true at once.
And like Aiden said earlier, at a time where we should all be really excited for a guy that all of us really want.
Yes, no, that's what kills me the most is that it's taken the excitement away for that.
Well, you live in the city a little bit, man. You see it. Do you feel like some of the luster's worn off? It's like,
of Justin?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Everybody's in the same protective state right now, except for like young kids. Young kids want to believe. Like young kids are still, rocking the jersey. They want to believe, but like the Bears fans that have been around, they all have that doubt. Right. They're all are in full protect themselves from getting hurt again mode. Like,
That's because those young kids haven't experienced it.
Yeah, they just don't know.
A good quarterback
is what we have.
But he's exciting, and he was exciting Ohio State, and he was a big name, in college. So it's rare that we have ever gotten a player who was like one of the best players in college football. That
a big program. Yeah.
Right. For like one of the most well-known and best players in college football is now a Bear. No matter what position that is, that doesn't happen that often.
Right.
The Bears have had Hall of Fame players, but rarely were they the best. They came out of nowhere most of the time. Brian Urlacher went to UNM. Walter Payton went to Georgia Southern, Jackson State, whatever the fuck.
Georgia Southern?
I don't even know. It's fucking, like a fucking some small ass school. Does that school even exist anymore?
HBCU.
Yeah, Jackson State's still around.
Right, but I'm saying
Deion Sanders coaches that school now.
Oh, does he? Is that the same school?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Right, Jer? I'm not crazy, right?
I know
the same school that Walter
coaches
Payton
one
went
of the
to?
HBCUs.
Yeah,
I know Justin Fields does, but is that the same school that Walter Payton went to?
he went to Jackson State.
Yeah, Jackson State. That's where he's
All
at.
right, cool. Well, that's cool. I'm just saying, can you think of a guy that was as highly
He was
touted?
now, wait a minute. Now, Walter Payton was drafted very highly.
He
was
was,
like, what,
but he wasn't.
Fourth.
So it's not like.
I don't know.
like
I'm
he was
talking about a guy. What Bears draft pick has ever been a player who had the type of fame and notoriety at the college level that Justin Fields had? Justin Fields was a famous, well thought of college football player for one of the top 3 or 4 schools in the country.
For more than 1 year.
Yes, and so like dudes are watching him in the college playoffs, and like when have the Bears ever drafted a guy that had that much notoriety at the college level? I don't know if they ever have.
No, because Kevin White only had the 1 year where he was,
and he was still coming from
for
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, that was that's a top 10 program now.
Yes,
Or was
but
at that time.
Virginia.
That's
At that
nothing
time,
like,
they were.
that's nothing like
Whoa.
what Justin Fields did at Ohio State. It's and that's what I'm saying, and that might be the closest. Like, who else has come in here?
Jay McClellan.
I mean, like, seriously, like, fucking,
Yeah.
Roquan.
I guess.
That's probably the biggest one.
He's got the he's
Yeah.
probably got the best.
Sure,
pedigree
I
in
can buy
school.
that. I'll buy that. I mean, other than that, like, that's what I'm saying is like we should be very excited about this kid because he comes with the pedigree, comes with the experience, he's got the talent, you could see it, but it's just hard to get out of the forest, right now with this shit. Like I have a hard time like getting
AA's not
excited.
wrong. You go down the draft pick history, like our first round picks, like there's been some good ones, but none of them had the notoriety. And the ones that did have the notoriety and played for big programs ended up being horrible busts.
Right. Like this is a blue chipper. Like this is a blue chip player across the board. And I still am like afraid to be excited about him.
Yeah, the fucking jury's out, man. This is a year that he needs to show something.
And you know what? In my heart of hearts, I do have a feeling that he's going to be good, but I still don't understand why they haven't put more around him. Like I don't get the thought process there. Like, and it didn't seem like they even tried. And I know that that fucking Jacksonville screwed everything up by signing Christian Kirk to that ridiculous deal, but I don't know.
Not really. I mean,
that broke the receiver market.
Yeah, but this team was going to get stripped down to bare bones anyway.
Right. I just
but
think
they still
weird.
found enough money on that first day of free agency to throw $40-some million at Larry Ogun.
Yes, thank you. And they were going after the Rams center, and they were going after that guard. I know it wasn't going to be super expensive, but they were probably going to have to pay him about $20 million for a contract, right? Like, not in 1 year, but I don't know. I just think it's weird that this is their strategy with surrounding Fields with weapons right now. Like, I'm not saying you have to go out and act like you're in win now mode.
I feel like the one thing that Justin had was pretty good offensive lines at Ohio State, and he also had fucking dynamic receivers.
Bro, the
talent gap at Ohio State is so large.
Yes.
Between them and the rest of the Big Ten.
Justin's Ohio State team would beat the Bears as currently constructed.
I would say that that's possible.
Like if you also had Justin Fields on the other side, like somehow through some magic, the entire 2020, Ohio
11
State
first
team.
rounders on that team?
Yeah.
11 or 12?
So that team that's currently constructed with Justin Fields plays the Bears with Justin Fields. That Ohio State team wins.
With this lockdown secondary?
Touchdowns.
I don't know about that.
Shit.
I know about that.
I bet it's probably a close game, but
bro, no, it is not.
I don't know, man. Realistically, that's You're talking about a bunch of guys at Ohio State who, granted, were good in college or not NFL.
I know it's always hard to actually say that, but it does feel like that could be true.
I mean, Jack Sanborn would eat that
It's
Ohio
so
State
bad.
offensive line.
I gotta go
He
and
didn't though. He went to Wisconsin.
that's
No, that's the funny part.
Jack Sanborns, my friends.
Oh my god.
BK in the
Brutal.
chat. Young kids and Bears Twitter. So bad now. If you dare say the Bears will have a bad season, then you must not believe in Justin Fields won and you suck. Yeah, that is
There you go.
We
one
were
of the
there.
main
You
reasons
know
why
what?
I'm off.
Prove it.
We did. We fucking defended
Word from
Mitch.
chair. Prove it.
Yeah, that's on a shirt. Prove it. It's like,
Don't talk about it. Be about it. Show me.
I just like a shirt with like little tiny letters that just says "Prove it."
There you
What does that
go.
shirt say? Oh,
Put it on the.
prove it. Okay. All right.
There's
I
your
like
picture.
the tiny letter idea, so you really
Yeah.
have to make people like
Yeah,
really
right.
focus in on it.
That's what I was doing. I could make a fucking Bears shirt that's like fucking super tiny font that just says "Go Bears." People are like, "What is that?" Oh,
Oh
Go
god.
Bears.
Uh,
Okay. Bear down.
Again, this has happened so many times, but the other day I walked into the gas station and I had the old school 40s B Bears hat on.
Yeah.
And this person's like, "Hey, big Bengals fan, huh? Joe Burrow." I didn't even correct
The
him. I was just like,
worst.
"Yeah, love me some Joe Burrow."
Hell yeah, brother! You just gotta go with that.
Oh,
It's so
so
bad.
depressing. It really
Yeah.
is.
You wear Bears gear around town here, and people just give you this look like, like it's just like there's a knowing like pain sharing like, fuck, like like nobody's excited, bro, except for like stupid kids doing social media performances. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. When the season starts, I'll be around getting hyped, I suppose. But it
I'll
ain't
watch
gonna
it.
last. Yeah,
I'll be in Atlanta. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, did you already buy your tickets?
Magic
Yes.
City.
You fuck.
What? I'll tell you where I'm at.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna sell out, dude. Don't worry.
What are the chances I'm gonna get a seat next to you?
Oh well, we can make that up.
I'm gonna be sitting alone like Steven Glansberg.
No,
it ain't gonna
there's
sell out.
gonna be dude, we got a great deal on them. We're in 135.
No, I'm glad you got a great deal. Thanks for the tip.
I didn't buy them. My guy bought them. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna buy these." I'm like,
Jared's
"All
got
right,
a
when
guy.
you-"
Jared's
I
got a
got
guy.
dude.
It's
Got a benefactor.
like a shady drug deal. Like, hey, I got
Yes,
these
the
Bears.
shadiest motherfuckers. So yeah,
AA, see you in Atlanta.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'll be there. I'll be waiting by the bridge.
Does Atlanta have a bridge?
Sure.
several.
More of like an overpass.
Right.
It's more of like a viaduct. But
Will you be dancing in front of the lights there? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, no, it's like what you told them in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Meet me by the bridge.
I'm under the bridge. I'm looking at a fence.
Right next to
And
the
he
stadium.
sent this picture. It's all dark, pointed at the ground, and there's like a fence and a sidewalk. I'm like, the
In
fuck?
Pittsburgh, there's literally 8 bridges everywhere.
Where we were, there was 3 bridges converging
find me?
everywhere.
It's
Did you
3
find me?
rivers.
After about 20 minutes of circling, I finally found you.
I was
'cause
like,
you
we are
stumbled
literally
out in
right
the middle of the road.
And I say I'm literally right by Heinz Field. Literally
Fine,
right
but
next
you
to it.
chose to.
God.
Anyway, I'll be in Atlanta by a bridge. Don't worry.
I think it would be a struggle to get you into Soldier Field at this point.
Absolutely, I won't go to any games. I won't pay for a game here. Absolutely not.
If someone gave you free tickets, would you go?
Not if it was cold. Like if it was nice weather, yes. If I could be guaranteed of nice weather, if it's cold and shitty, no chance.
Dude, I figured all four of us would go to Soldier Field.
I mean, unless they were
December
really
game.
good seats.
Well,
If
you'd
they
have
were-
to get Brian to come to Chicago.
If somebody gave me
Yeah.
really good seats, I would go.
Well, all
But
four of
if
us.
somebody gives me like
December.
300 level seats, I'm not going.
Like all four of us in December, shirts off, and we're each gonna paint like duh
First of all,
tailgate show.
I've got enough respect for
Publicity.
people not to do
I'm
that.
good. I'm good.
And then just have a little sign in little small font said COVID here.
I'm good. Nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, so that's about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really fucking much else to talk about. I'll be real honest with you.
I'm surprised we made it this long.
Yeah, we went off the rails pretty hard. Shout out to B Diddy. I hope you're enjoying your hiatus, and
Shout out to BK for listening.
BK bringing it
Yeah.
hard in the chat. Shout out to the Coob.
Yeah, where's Coob at? You know,
He's
I think-
also taking said sabbatical.
Yeah, we took a,
y'all be lucky if you get 8 minutes out of me. Out of
Right.
Coob style.
That's what she said.
heyo.
Heyo.
8 minutes is like a marathon. Anyway, it's just a fucking another episode of the Tailgate Show, the home of Jack Sanborn's fan club. The Tailgate Show.
Duh, secondary sleeps well at night.
Ooh. And that's from an expert.
Realist Bear Fan 34, 85, 54, 50, 23.
Expert approved. Sleep has been delivered.